Mike Benz.
He's been on this forever.
Forever.
Yeah.
Well, former State Department guy. And he uncovered all this bullshit while he was there. And he is insanely knowledgeable and insanely articulate and so good at expressing exactly how these things fund things and what it is. And what it is an enormous slush fund.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And unaccountability and money just coming and going and flowing. And it's
circular.
All circular, donating to the Democrats. The United States government funds them. They donate to the Democratic Party. The whole thing is wild.
It shouldn't be controversial to want to audit our budget.
No.
Americans have wanted this forever.
It's not just the money being spent. It's what it's being spent for and what's going on, which is an enormous propaganda machine.
Yeah.
Like a big part of the whole left-wing narrative that has overlaid our country over the last, 8 years, 10 years, is all propaganda funded by our own government.
That's right.
This is why Trump won the election. People don't really believe in these things. The amount of people that think that transgender biological males should be competing against your daughter in sports is so fucking small.
Yeah.
But yet our own government was propping it up. And why are they propping it up? Because it's a fucking beach ball at a concert. You keep it tossing up in the air and everybody's distracted. As long as you can keep a few things going, here's the things you got to keep going. Abortion, right? Overturning Roe v. Wade is so great for business.
Yeah.
Because now it's like a battle, the battlegrounds, and women's rights and their lives are at stake. Okay, that's one. Gay marriage, that's a huge one. They're going to take away gay marriage. Oh my God, bounce that fucking beach ball. That's a gigantic one. War is a giant one. All these different things are just fucking beach balls, and they toss them around every now and again. In the meanwhile, they're just siphoning billions of dollars. Zelensky just said he's missing $100 billion in the $177 billion that we supposedly sent there.
That was something weird too about Haiti, where it's only 2% of the money actually went there.
A lot of nonsense, in the tunes of hundreds of millions of dollars of nonsense.
And then they talk about it oh, who cares? It's only $10 billion. You're like, you guys are out of your fucking minds if you think that's going to be the argument that resonates with Americans.
Not only that, how are you going to say that? Who cares
if they're pointing out $10 billion? Because they'll be like, oh, look at the trillions over here. But all of those billions add up. How are you even saying that? And I'm grateful that you had me on MAGA State Media. Thank you for allowing me.
You had to get that out.
Because I see it all the time. All the time. And it's hilarious to me in light of how much money goes to funding, sponsored by Pfizer, all of these other, the fucking audacity to accuse you, who just has people you like on your podcast, to suddenly be state media when you literally have had state media media working with the state in conjunction for a decade.
Yeah, at least, and probably a lot more longer than that.
Multiple decades.
It's just gotten really gross once. Well, Trump was just sort of like the accelerant. He was the gasoline that got thrown on the fire, so we got to see how this thing works.
I voted for him.
I did too.
I came out
openly. I endorsed him. I was like, this has got to stop. This is crazy. Also, he's not what you guys said he was. He's just not. I think it's coming from one side because that one side is in power. That's my fear. My fear is if the other side was in power and they were influenced by the same amount of money from these companies, they might be doing it too. So if the right was in control of all the social media companies, are we so naive that we think that they wouldn't be co-opted by giant corporations and they would want to censor them too? What happened was it was all the left. So the tech people who are, generally they go to universities and they get involved in electronics and technology, and these people are generally left-leaning, right? And if they're doing it in San Francisco, well, the whole culture is left-leaning, right? It's not even leaning. It's just left, right? If you're a pariah, if you're you wear a MAGA hat in San Francisco, you're a fucking, maybe today.
I think today, you can wear them now.
I bet today you can.
Yeah, in New York too. I think you can rock them.
But back when they were establishing these social media platforms, everybody was left-wing. Well, what if it was the opposite? What if technology was the realm of the right? And what if it was all... And, what if, like, the gay rights, what if you start thinking about it in terms of, like, biblical law? Like a man layeth with a man, and people start getting real crazy about what gay people. Yeah,
that might be the next 10 years.
Look, you see it in other. I don't think so. But you see, but that's the good thing. Trump is not conservative when it comes to social issues. He's not. I think that's what we need. We need like a realist, someone who's like conservative fiscally and understands foreign policy and how to deal with fucking dictators and shit. But also someone who's like, I don't give a fuck who you love.
Yeah.
Who cares? Who cares? I'm happy if you're happy. Are you in love with a woman and you're a woman? Fantastic. If you're in love, that's great.